Well, it is January 8th, 2025. We've got about an hour before the sun sets. And the sun has been out. The snow is melting like crazy. And I thought what I do, man, in just a couple of hours, the amount of snow that's melting here is just amazing. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to fire up the Hulk here, head out and back, and see if I can clear out some of the the snow around. See, I'm trying to talk and do things at the same time. Around the shipping containers back there and not get blinded. Man, it's so beautiful out right now. Remind me back in the 70s, the Beach Boys talking about California, the beaches, surfing. Yeah, kind of feel pretty excited when I see the sun like this, beside myself. Dia said I should go sit in a snowbank and kick back and relax and enjoy the sun. She's got an idea. Gotta let this puppy warm up for just a minute here, and we'll go out back and see if there's something we can accomplish. I had this running earlier, about 3 hours ago, but it's cooled right down again. And we'll just take it slow on the way out back there first. Yeah, everything's melting like crazy. Kind of amazing. See the water flowing. Try to mark up this ice here while it's a little bit soft. The sun hasn't hit that spot. And I think it will continue to thaw overnight. Not positive, but I think it will. sticks together pretty big time. Big old slush puppy down here. Get to see underneath the surface of the snow the water that's moving. Trying not to dig up any soil, but the ground undulates quite a bit here. Swale that feeds into Pond 6 is on the other side of this mound here. A lot of snow goes through that. As you can see, this is all ice underneath here. And it's very difficult to move a heavy load and turn at the same time when you're on ice. See what we can do here. Yeah. I know you probably can't see the amount of snow way out in front here. Good thing about when you're moving snow like this is it sticks together. You just gotta back up correctly and not get myself into some trouble here. Come on, baby. Build a heck of a snowman with this snow. Got this pine tree behind me here trying not to hit. I think what I'll do, you know what? mode here so I get some momentum. Because I've got my IBC cages here and they can easily get crushed with the weight of this snow. Different routes here backing up. Kind of a ticklish situation here. I got quite a mound there that'll be thick slush later on, but oops. Actually, I'm going to get this right here. Take this mound out here. I think that'll help. An inch deeper now. Yeah, baby. A little bit too deep there. Let's clean this up some. Me spinning. Try to reduce the spinning, but you can reduce the spinning by slowing down a bit or by making sure both tracks are engaged at the same time. Controlling it so it doesn't twist either side. Again, more stuff that overflowed. Get some of this up. Again, trying to get it as close to the gravel without digging into the gravel itself. power of this machine to do this. This is heavy, heavy, heavy wet snow. Let's scoot out on the other side over here. Yep. Maybe one more pass right there first. Next year is to see if I can get this all level with crusher run limestone. But I'll probably have to bring up some regular this volume of snow here. Of course, I ran over the surface of a lot of the snow here. So we'll get close to that pine tree back here, real close. A little bit of cleanup here. Constantly changing the tip angle of the bucket. I'm talking through these things in case my granddaughter Lori gets to the point where she wants to operate this and hears me explain as I'm going through this process. We're just about to the tree now. Knowing where this vehicle is in space and time, because before you know it, you can be smashing into something or crushing something or a person. So I try to clean up after I take a major pass, do a little bit of cleanup work there first. Okay, now I'm going to try and get on the other side of this tree here without any major issues. And I'm up in the snowbank again. See how wet this is. I don't know. Going here, going where I wanted to go. Come on, baby. Tilt that bucket up a little bit so I don't dig down anymore right here. Some of this stuff here that really piled up here. Now I gotta be careful because the soil conditioner is right there underneath that snow. not do any damage to that. Start off both tracks getting good traction. Then I start to gradually turn it. Don't try to take off and turn at the same time when you're on anything slippery. You'll just spin. Go back on the other side here for a minute. We're making some headway, but it's slow. Grab a little bit, 6 inches on the side. Stuff here. I'm pretty close. The ground level changes over here, so I got to be real careful. The gravel that I'm on now is at a lower level than the limestone over there. Going, then make your adjustments very gradually. Learning to navigate with just using the bucket at first before we use any other attachments on this I think is essential, because there's more things you got to do with your other hands as we get to use the other attachments. And this is the attachment that is the easiest to see what you're doing. moving and spinning some here, so I'm going to readjust. Try not to let too much more slide out. And I got a little snow inside here. Try not to let that happen. But life happens. So I think I'm just going to come down here and clean up some of this spot right here, right now. Such heavy dense snow, I really can't shove it back like I could with all the rest of the snow. I've got such a dense pile of snow there. Okay. Both tracks engaged. Then start to turn slowly. Straighten her out, start lifting before it starts, yep, so it doesn't come inside the cab like last time. Yep, be careful. Went over a mound and didn't move. Yeah, you see the little gravel there. And I did not get the bucket angle turned back up, so there's a little divot right there. Dang it. Let's see if I can correct that some. That'll help. Someone had asked about getting a roller to compact all this gravel and stone. Someday I'd like to have a big roller, at least be able to rent one every once in a while. things are supposed to be warm as well, which is essential for me to clean this and put it up better. Come on. God dang it. I just got into some of the stone there, I think. Yeah, some of the transition stuff. Get it to the point where this whole back area is got a very gentle slope but flat, smooth surface, steady slope. Great on ice right over here. Be careful, I gotta go up some here when I do this. Stuff's so wet and heavy, it's just sticking together. did take up some rocks then. Dang it. So it drops off the gravel over here. Not good. Well, let's see. I could get stuck over here. There's a lot of snow there. Yeah, baby. A lot of snow. Trying to keep as little out of here. Try not to bang into anything here. Going all the way down over here. Being pretty careful, leaving a couple inches when I do this. And it slopes off down here, so I gotta be real careful. Turning back up at the same time, not a good idea. here where I'm going. Take a look at this tomorrow and see what I want to do down here more. I don't want to, well, I don't want to get too carried away down here. See the water's leaving Pond 7 here, flowing off into the forest. And this is still January. January 8th. I'm going to let the Hulk thaw. Oh, Lord. Oh, dang it. Some leaves in here. I won't get it all out, but I'll get some of it out. And it's not supposed to freeze tonight, but it's supposed to get warm tomorrow. So I don't have to clean out the tracks right now. So that's good. Sun's getting ready to set over there. Little slush going on here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is, well, this feels kind of frozen right here. All right. We'll see what I do next. Well, it is the next day. It's January 9th, 2025. We got a windstorm going on now. We had rain all morning. It's afternoon now. I cleaned out all the snow and ice and the tracks and all that. The power was knocked out in our community, probably half an hour ago or so. And we do have a backup generator that's going now. It's a 45 kilowatt generator, Generac, that backs up when our solar or our grid tied system isn't hooked up. So this, right now it's disconnected from the grid, although when our solar's up, it's connected to the grid. But right now, since we're disconnected, because we don't want someone working on a power line out there and have the generator feed back to the grid. So that's cut off from the grid and just powering our complex here. The snow is melting like crazy here. And I'm going to get equipment inside here in a couple of minutes, but I thought I'd take a quick ride out back and I didn't remove all the snow by the shipping containers yesterday. There's still some more stuff that needs to be removed back there, potentially. We'll see just if it's not deep enough and it's going to continue to melt for the next few hours. I mean, it is melting rapidly. So we shall see here.
Thought I was standing for the little guy. Thought I knew wrong from right. Every word sounded justified. Every cause framed as a fight. They said don't question, don't resist. Just trust the plan, raise your fist. I wore the label, played my part. Never thought to check the start. But somewhere down the line, the facts stopped fitting the design.
I didn't see it then, but I see it now. Some lines were crossed, I don't know how. What started out as care and truth turned into blame and proof by group.
I didn't leave my values behind, I just refused to leave my mind. They said speech was dangerous, questions meant you were the enemy. Common sense became suspicious, silence passed for empathy. If you didn't kneel, you must hate. If you hesitated, you were late. No room for doubt, no middle ground, just louder voices, thinner sound. When fear replaced debate, I knew something wasn't straight.
I didn't see it then, but I see it now. Truth got bent to fit the crowd. justice turned selective thin, depending on the color of your skin.
I didn't change what I believe, I changed who I let think for me. I watch rules break for the cause, excuses dressed up as moral laws. If you're silenced for asking why, that's not progress, it's a lie. Real compassion doesn't coerce, doesn't divide us to rehearse a script where guilt is pre-assigned and freedom's labeled out of line. So I stepped back, looked around, heard the cracks beneath the sound. Saw power hide behind good words, saw people reduced to slogans, herds. I still care, I still feel pain, still want a world that's fair and sane. But I won't trade truth for trends or trade my voice to fit their ends.
I didn't see it then, but I see it now. Too much control, too many vows to silence shame and redefine what used to be yours and mine.
I didn't walk away from care, I walked away from something unfair. If thinking makes me hard to place, if I don't fit their scripted space, then I'll stand here clear and free, owning every choice that's mine to be.
I woke up one morning, coffee in hand, scrolling through headlines trying to understand. The voices I followed, the flags that I flew, started sounding like echoes, not ringing true. They promised the stars equality's light, but the path they were paving felt twisted at night. Pushing the boundaries, crossing the line, what once felt like freedom now chills down my spine. Oh, the moment it hits you, the veil falls away. You're bought into a side that's lost its way. The left gone overboard, chasing the storm. Ideals turn to weapons, no room for reform. It's a hard pill to swallow, a truth you can't fight. When you see through the smoke and step into the light. No more blind allegiance, no more playing the game. Time to find my own path and reclaim my name. Remember the rallies, the chants in the street, fighting for justice, making wrong things right. But now it's division, canceling the beat of hearts that once danced under unity's sight. They silence the questions, demand you conform to extremes that divide us in thunder and storm. I thought I was righteous, part of the crew, but the mirror reflects something I never knew. The veil falls away, you're bought into a side that's lost its way. The left gone overboard, chasing the storm. Ideals turn to weapons, no room for reform. It's a hard pill to swallow, a truth you can't fight. When you see through the smoke and step into the light. No more blind allegiance, no more playing the game. Time to find my own path and reclaim my name. Maybe it's fear or the power they crave, turning good intentions into chains that enslave. I don't hate the dream, just the way it's been sold, a story rewritten in letters too bold. So I'll walk in the middle, where gray meets the blue, questioning everything, starting anew. Yeah, the moment it hits you, you're finally free from the side that went under too far out to sea. No regrets in the rear view, just lessons I've learned. The fire of awakening, forever it burns.